Good afternoon to all of you ladies and gentlemen. I have distinguished experts on the dais. I myself is an electrical engineer, having worked in the MSME ministry for a very long time. And before that I was in Crompton Greaves, so I know the marketing problems because I was corporate marketing executive there. And I did some research in the United States as part of my postgraduate and fellowship program in Ohio State. So with this background, let me come back to the Indian growth story. Before I come to the summary of summarizing this particular session, I would like to just express that SMEs in India have grown tremendously over a period of time. Way back in the 1960s, if you see, the Indian industrial policy was to pressurize, to incentivize creation of industries. And that policy has started bearing fruit now. Today we have more than 30 million SMEs, which is more than the population of many European countries. They're also contributing almost 15% of GDP, and the most important thing is 45% of engineering exports from India takes place from SMEs. In short, I would like to tell that SMEs are basically a jewel in India's crown. Friends, one side you do have growth story, you feel proud, but at the same time, there are certain developments that have taken place, like World Trade Organization, WTO guidelines. We have free trade agreements coming up. We have signed free trade agreements with many countries. While we expect that these free trade agreements do create market for SMEs in India, it also comes with itself a lot more challenges in terms of foreign goods competing with Indian manufacturers, especially SMEs in India itself. So with this background, Government of India also has refocused its industrial policy decisions, in terms of making SMEs more competitive. Here we have one of our, one of the finest schemes, I would say. It's called National Manufacturing Competitiveness Program. It has 9 components plus 1, which is called as a mini tool room. The 9 components actually has financial assistance, subsidies available for new entrepreneurs who want to incubate. They get 6.5 lakh rupees per idea. There are incubators being established by Government of India, Ministry of MSMEs across the country. Then an incubated idea can migrate into a design clinic scheme where the incubated idea can get itself into a product. So designing a product, so we have design clinic scheme where again funds are available for the SMEs. There are patenting, IPR issues which are very costly to SMEs. Again, Government of India has schemes to support them. Almost 75% of the cost is reimbursed. Lastly, after having done all this, we also have what is called as market assistance, where we take SMEs around the world in certain approved exhibitions, so they can exhibit their products, they can see the pulse of those countries where they have visited for their products, and try to find out how best they can market their products. This is one part of the NMCP program. We also have so many other components which I don't want to touch upon. Just for example, if you have an ISO 9000, we have 75% reimbursement. If you have CE marketing for your product, then 75% of the cost can be reimbursed. So that there are several such schemes under NMCP itself. In addition to that, we have what is called cluster development program, as ma'am has pointed out. Here we can bring at least 25 to 30 SMEs manufacturing same, similar or allied products, together, try to find out what are the weaknesses, and these weaknesses have solutions, and solutions may include